We'll go ahead and do our cards. We'll go ahead and do our cards here. Okay, so we have Savage Garden. Truly, deeply, madly, something like that. Truly, madly, deeply. Okay, that song says everything. It really does. It's a great song. We've got ancient ones coming in everywhere. Last night we had at 555 a 5.1 earthquake in Joshua Tree, Indio area, which is approximately 50 miles from here. So fives are changes. Yesterday we had a 5 that went to a 10 I talked about. All right, so changes are coming. Expect your ancient ones, people. Expect it. Okay? Now I'm going to go over the shorts because we had the Jesus, the Sun card, and the Ace of Swords, Ace of Candles. And I want to go over just this one. I want you to look up Exodus chapter 3. Let's double check that. Is that Exodus chapter 3? Okay. And that story is about Moses on the burning bush. Two of the most prominent cards here. The number 1 card, we've got the 19 card, which is the Sun card. And this is Jesus cruising into Jerusalem. So those are the two stories I want you to look up. It says triumphal re-entry into Jerusalem, and the Ace of Swords Moses and the burning bush. Okay, so those are the two main cards, the Sun and the Ace of Swords. Again, we left off with 2 aces yesterday. Then we had a fun time. Use your intuition. You've had your rebirth, so you're going to have confidence. You are going to have peace and communication. The ancient ones are coming in. They're coming in fast and they're coming in strong. And the Queen of Cups and the Empress are next. Okay. Then we have the Death card and the 7 of Cups. And then the Soul card. So what does that mean? That means you're going for the most love I can pull from the deck, which is the Queen of Cups and the Empress. Most love I can pull. Can't pull any better than that. And then we have, because you've got over the confusion, the 7 of Cups, you know all your options. And you've put death to the past. You're in a transformation state because it's your sole purpose. And then we have, you're going to have abundance and celebration. Your vision is coming absolutely to the forefront. What beautiful cards. You're going to be in power and have serenity. What perfect cards there. I don't want to even go on, but I'm going to. But that is just beautiful. And that's all from the shorts, even though I took it a little bit deeper and went a few more. But yeah, it just don't get better than this, does it? Once that ancient one, once you guys connect with your ancient ones, it's showtime. So let me grab the other deck here, and we'll pull a whole new reading. We have the King of Pentacles randomly at the bottom. And we'll go ahead and shuffle these. We'll see what we get. I hear things. Okay. Yeah, earthquakes are coming. Changes are coming. Yeah, I was laying in bed at 5:55 and I have my lights on so I can see the floor real well. And I saw this cat that you see on the shorts. That's 17. And 17 came running as fast as he possibly could under my bed. Yeah. That was, he came as fast as he could. Like, I saw the floor shaking and I saw a cat running across. Yeah, that's 17. So we've got the King of Pentacles on the bottom. Looks like a statue, doesn't move. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to tell you. I put the video on Twitter, and it's Savage Garden is the group, but he starts the video out, and it's only like a second or two, but he starts the video out, and it's the statues that I always talk about. You know, we've got statues of our past everywhere, and we've got t-shirts everywhere here, and 7 of spades on the bottom. That's that deception, because I know some of you really like history, and that's okay, but the reason why I'm not into history, as in the books, the school, is because it's so many lies. You know, I'll read something and I'll say, well, that's not true. The British aren't yelling, the British are coming, or the people aren't yelling, the British are coming, the British are coming, but yet we're told that Paul Revere and all of them were doing that. That's just one example that Steve mentions a lot. But, you know, it's like so many of the stories aren't true. I read something the other day. Remember I told you about the Star of Bethlehem really being a Palladian ship, and you know, you've got all these stories coming out. That's what's happening right now. Everybody is learning the real truth, and that's why I didn't do too much of that in this life. I just did mostly, I told you the first half was the drinking and the partying and the rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And then the second half was the AA program and getting everybody I could on track. Okay, that's basically what we did the last 30 years, was get everybody on track. Now is the time for the exposure. Now is the time to find out the truth. And I read something the other day about John the Baptist had to be beheaded, and that's the story we get, but he was actually beheaded for a reason other than a drunken king giving his daughter a wish. So, you know, things like that. Everything's deeper and different than we're told. So I don't delve into history. I just know the truth, and that's what's coming out right now, is the truth. 4 of Pentacles, and that's going to help you too, because the 4 of Pentacles lately has been my marriage card and my celebration of marriage card, which just means to me that the ancient ones are getting together, and that's awesome. We're going to be hearing a lot about that. Ace of Hearts, that's the Ace of Cups. So you're going to be hearing a lot about the ancient ones coming together, your new plan. Now, if you're already married and you already have your ancient one, or you already have your soul contract where you have your mission partner, your soul contract, and this doesn't fit with you, well, just take out the part of you and your ancient one are going to be together and look at the rest of it. But I do have news for you that a lot of things aren't what you seem. Even though you think you're going to be with that husband or wife forever, just like I was with my last one for 30 years, they can be taken in a second. And then that gives you an open space to get your next current soul contract. So don't think you know everything. Don't think, yeah, the cat just flew in here. Don't think that you know everything. Just let this play out and don't take my words as nonsense. It was just 11:11 on the clock. It just might not be the way you see things. Just like how history is not the way they told us. 6 of Swords. Journey time. Time for you to get busy. Okay? 3 of Diamonds is the 3 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. So you want to stay away from anything that's giving you disappointment. Okay, but what I'm getting mostly from this 5 of Swords and this 3 of Pentacles is I'm getting community off of the 3 of Pentacles, and I'm getting disappointing news, as I just got done saying. You find out that everything ain't the way it was. Everything ain't the way it seems. Everything is not how you think it is. And that's how the normies are going to wake up, and there's going to be a lot of deaths, a lot of confusion, a lot of questions. Because any of these stories, let's say a normal person was watching my video, probably won't happen, but let's say a normie heard about the story about the Star of Bethlehem being a Pleiadian ship, and totally checked into it and found out it was true and went down the rabbit hole of Pleiades and starships, and today they're a total different person because of it, and they didn't lose it. They got educated from it. So that's what I'm hoping you do, is I'm hoping that you dive into this stuff, not just say that's bullshit or that's hogwash. Okay? 10 of Wands, that's the end. That's the end of the bullshit. Okay? And the 7 of Wands is victory. So we want to be at the end of this stuff. And what's also cool about the shorts is you had the intuition card with fun time. And it will be fun for you and your partner to dive into this, because my ancient one is probably a scientist and a historian. And so that will be fun because I can maybe shine some light on some of them stories. And in return, he will know what has been presented, and I will be able to chat because it will be fun. It'll be like, well, for example, Steve's story, when he mentioned that that's not really true, that the British didn't yell, or the Paul Revere story didn't yell, the British are coming, that clicked with me immediately, and I'm like, see, cool, I knew that. And so that's how that conversation would go if Steve and I were talking, because it'd be like, yes, I knew that. Awesome, I knew that. Because inside, just like when I told you Joan of Arc got burnt on a cross, and then 25 years after her burning, they acquitted her on all charges. Well, you know, that didn't save her pain that she had to go through. Oh, but she can look at the pretty statue of her. She can wear the t-shirt, right? Okay, so that will be fun. It'll be fun. And there's the Queen of Swords. That'll be fun to do. Let's shuffle a couple more. I'm kind of chatty this morning. All right. So in Astro, I'm not sure. The only thing that I can tell you that we were doing is we were all checking out all of the earthquake movement, past, present, and future, because we're on all timelines and there is no time. So it was pretty fun, and there's a lot coming. Lots of changes. All them fives. 5:55 p.m. 5.1 earthquake, 50 miles from me approximately. Four of Hearts, King of Hearts. Lots of love coming. Lots of love coming. And it's up to you though. This is the wild card, but it's in reverse. So it's up to you how wild you want to get. How Jimi Hendrix do you want to go? Okay, wild thing, you make my heart sing. You want to put the bicycle up and get real wild? Or do you just want to do a little wild? We can dance all night. Three of Swords. I don't feel this as a heartbreak. I feel this as a healed heartbreak. And Seven of Wands, again, victory. You have overcome the broken heart. And now you have lots and lots of options. And Seven of Pentacles is abundance. My smoking gun card. I'm feeling all of it. It feels good. And that's 2 sevens and a 3. And I keep seeing 10, 10, 10, 10. And there's that Joker card. And that reminds me of a 10. Okay, and then we're going to leave with the Ace of Wands again. So yesterday's video, very significant. We had the Ace of Wands at the end. We're going to leave at 17:39 on the clock. We have the Ace of Wands again. And again, it was in reverse. So there's no more in and out energy. You know what you want to do. You know that the future is here and the time is now. And you're hearing it everywhere. It's finally here. We've been doing this lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Okay, I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.